Hello, good afternoon. My name is Morgan, and it is time for more of acing this attorney. Yeah, we finished the fourth episode, so we have the bonus one that's left, and apparently this game awful quiet, or is that just me? Apparently this one is fairly long relative to the others. But maybe we'll get through it this weekend. Let us see. God, that's flashy. Okay. Maybe we're just too used to games having, explosively loud main menu music. So I don't remember saying it last time, but this is the first time they used 3D assets in any of these cutscenes. There were two Moidas. Liquid scene. What the hell is that thing? It is a lady who stabs. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. Man. Turns out you really did need her just to get any work. I've had offers, but none I took. Oh, okay, never mind. You're just pathetic. I see. That is until the day that girl showed up. Oh ho. There's always a girl who woos Mr. Wright. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? Why do you look suspiciously like Maya? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Eh? Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. Famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Hey? That ain't me. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? Sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here, or lives. You are the coffee boy. I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? That is the one. Yes, that is correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. And everyone's got their details just slightly wrong. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. Wow, Phoenix is just a big bitch. Just because you lost your assistant for a couple months, you're just refusing to work. Sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. Please, you have to help. It's my sister. Huh. Was that an intentional resemblance? Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Skye. Scientific investigator. What science do you investigate? Well, tell me more. So you're a scientific investigator. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kinda jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. That is a bit young. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? Set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. Do you have to wear those glasses on the job? Those don't seem very scientific. I feel like you should not be wearing tinted glasses in any kind of lab setting. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. That is probably correct. Technically correct. I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. What's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. She used a gun. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness that saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't. It's a scientific fact. That's not how science works. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? Know Mia by... I mean, I guess she just knows Mia by reputation, but it's been at least months since Mia died. You would think that news would get around, especially since it was a sensationalized murder. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. They went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. It's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Uh-oh. I struck a nerve. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? Died in a car accident when I was little. Man, everyone's got such tragic lives. Parents just don't do well in this world. You want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then. Excuse me. I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister. Been doing research, you know. Developing a scientific method of case investigation. Show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. That seems wise. I reckon you can find your way out. That man never moves. Never twitches, never blinks, never breathes. Okay, I guess you came with me. Wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses, or do you not want to a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that about? Oh, God. Why is she sitting backwards in the chair? It's so very awkward. And why is she like a general? Hi, Lana. Funny. Seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? Your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Hey, isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Why do you wear medals like you're a fucking, like, military general? You're a prosecutor? What's up with prosecutors also always being suspected of murder? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Okay, so this is the just from the ashes thing. It's almost a pseudo-reincarnation of Mia Fey. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Something you should know from the start. Which is... Suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? Crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's disposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk, classy. Was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. That's just great. So it just sounds like he did it, and you're willing to face justice for it. So what the hell am I doing here? So who is the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Oh no, you didn't kill Mr. Dick Gumshoe, did you? Detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They'll use any means at their disposal to do so. Well, it sounds like they do that anyway, because prosecutors in this world are apparently just notorious for forging evidence. The case gets worse and worse with everything I've learned. I mean, the fact that she confessed and is, like, willing to do so in court, it just sounds like she did it. Like, this isn't even a matter of just, oh, the deck is stacked against me. It's like she fucking just said she did it. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this court. Make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a bit surprised. I think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Well, I mean, I've met two prosecutors. They were both also very, present. In fact, it seems impossible that you wouldn't. Oh yeah, there's the fucking weirdo, Mr. Payne. Well, he deserves to be forgotten. He's a creep. Lana, what happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Oh? Not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? I'm going to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Well, it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey, I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. I almost read adulting the class. She was different than the other students. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Ooh. Scandalous. Excuse me. Intellectually attracted. Lana was at the top of her class in school. I don't know why I called her Lana that time. I was the best there was. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Well, nobody's asking you. Get out of my face. Oh, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? Never think of anyone but yourself. She's the one going away for murder. Maybe you stop accusing her of being selfish. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? I wish I could at least animate the chair. Like, I get they're just reusing this background asset, but the fact that she turns around but the chair remains in front of her all the time is very silly. I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. Oh, you didn't really leave me with much, did you? You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. Something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. Sorry, Mr. Wright. About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. She's never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everyone liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something here that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Oh, we have a new assistant, apparently. Somebody had to fill Mia's shoes. Or Maya's shoes. Oh, wait. This is a fucking advanced parking lot. Why does it look so sci-fi? This is the lot where it all happened. Like they're still investigating. Somebody left a wallet on the ground. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're gonna be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. That is a hell of a way to say hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. Well, apparently you don't get the evidence otherwise, so I don't understand why you shouldn't. Try not to stand out here too much, see? Oh, you should try a different hairstyle. Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed around here, pardoner? Oh, God. What do we have here? And of course, he's got the Western music. It's like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Wow, what a fucking weirdo. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looks more like a fucking douchebag to me. Look here, bambina, I know how you feel. I've never heard a southerner use the word bambina either. This is my gang's gold strike, see? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're here fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams that cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What the hell are you talking about? Well, he's just swigging from a flask on a crime scene that he's supposed to be examining. You head along home now. Happy trails, bambina. Okay. Well, you didn't force us to leave. That, hombre, a friend of yours? Kinda, sorta. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff? Who's... I'm so tired. I did not sleep well last night. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Okay. Well, the very obvious thing. Let's take a look. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. That's robbery. That is a crime. Is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed in the pocket. Foldable wallet at the crime scene. Something seems to be inside. Well, why don't we take a look? Called to duty already and at my tender age. I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? Okay, is this an actual new mechanic? The way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. With the court record. I know this! Be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Okay. So, we're doing the, what's in, like, the new Resident Evil games now, where you spin things around and click on the bit that actually works. Start by examining from every angle. Wee. Wow! 3D assets, that's crazy. I've spun it all around. There's clearly something inside. Oh, look. Might be a clue here. Really? That's silly. Check it out. With a press of enter. With one press of enter, I enter. Who's this dweeb? Sergeant Bruce Goodman. There's an ID card. Bruce Goodman, ID that number. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? This is just having basic analytical instincts. I guess, so I don't see what science has to do with it. Wahoo. Be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. Wahoo. Go to look around some more. A door. Must mean something. It means there's something on the other side. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. Failed to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Shalt we? Stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. See the whole parking lot from up there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. Wow, you are stupid. Cafe security. That must be it. Let's check it out later. Wow, I hate you. You're too stupid. Hate to break it to you, but it's probably just a security guard office. I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Just science? I think by grade 11, you were taking specific science classes, not just a science class. Like chemistry and biology and physics. Girl's a bit dim. A phone, let's see if it works. Why does that matter to us? We don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. Oh, my ears. Let me do the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Whatever. They're obviously just making her seem like one of those idiot genius characters. Oil drum filled with water. Well, that's not what oil drums are supposed to be filled with. Phoenix didn't have this ability in case 2. Yeah. Yep, that was the whole thing they really like to do in the first game, is evidence that suddenly gets recontextualized to completely throw you for a loop. I don't know why my throat is so dry today. Hide in here to do a stakeout. What do we need to stake out? The crime already happened. You'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. But I'm not suspicious. The cars leave the lot. They're really discouraging me from looking at anything now, because these conversations are very stupid. I hope she's not like a character I have to deal with after this case, because, my god, she's annoying. Oh my god, we're doing the ladder thing again. Well, I call it a step ladder because I have many ladders in my line of work with different applications. So I am obliged to be distinct. Okay, well, have we learned anything? Are we done here? I don't even know where to go. Oh, there's a slide. I failed to notice. Whoa. Okay, there's definitely more to see. A camera? No time to waste, let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. I hate this guy's kissy lips when he's shaving with his stupid Bowie knife. I said before, this here's our claim. Best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary, this guy's a nerd. Just tell us one thing, who owns that car? Well, well. Little Philly's got a good nose on her. I don't know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle. You know, Mustang's an actual car. I'm surprised you didn't get trademarked for that. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. What is a vittle? Get yourself up to the saloon on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. What? None of these things are real. I'll just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. I know what 2 of those sort of things are. And you should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Okay, that would make sense, considering that's who the murder suspect is. The one I'm defending. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Wait, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? You two all set? Well, who the hell are you? Why do you have an onigiri on your fucking head? What is this ridiculous? What's this? She couldn't be selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. That just looks like 2 types of beans. Half and half, was it? Thanks. What? I didn't order anything. Yes? Ooh, crunchy goodness coming at me. What is it? Like some panko fried goodness, and whatever that log is. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. How is it a business? She just handed us food. I didn't even have to pay her for it. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by, or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. That's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as a cough-up queen are over. Ugh. Sounds like the worst porn actress name I've ever heard. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. Quite connected to this case, you see. Images are burned in my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sort of secrets. So you were the witness, then. Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? Now she's got the creepy eyes. Referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? Witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Oh, yes. I mean, you're the witness my sister was talking about. Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. Name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Well, that was a much better porn actress name. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Ooh. Apparently she's a dominatrix. Also, she's got that silly little, like, hot dog squid thing that they do in bento boxes as a necklace. Yes, ma'am. Yipes. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. It's like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Thank you. Destiny? It was yesterday's special for some reason. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know, then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. I have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. I have, learned that, yes. Yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all, Satan himself. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. She's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday. It's almost compelled to lace our lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Is there some kind of scientific evidence for this evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. I feel like I could find that with a, not safe for work Google search. Ew. A most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What exactly... Are you mad? Are you mad? What up, Mechatronic? 12 months, 18 months. Damn. Thank you, and welcome. Long time no see. What exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? Fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Oh, now I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. Ooh. You see, a lot of sky wield that knife so. The knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. Truly a sight to see. You saw the very moment of the crime. Sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. You are very poetic about it, though. The rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. What do you mean rhythmic beat? She said she stabbed him once. Wait a second, you know Lana Sky? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. I don't need more lunch. How many lunch boxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this spready lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? I mean, I feel like somebody in that high of an office, their name is just out there. Wouldn't be that surprising. Work and family keep you out of watching. That's a shame. I mean, that kind of thing's keeping me out from streaming so much these days, too. Life be how it is. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? Come here every day to sell lunches. Import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. I feel like importing things for a box lunch is a risky business. Because these seem like things that depend on the ingredients being quite fresh. That is the most horrifying fish I've ever seen. You literally split its head right down the middle. Kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilogy. Ugh. Okay, you can make that food here, though. It's not like those ingredients are incomprehensible. I can buy panko breadcrumbs. I can buy fish. I can buy rice. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Trilobites don't even exist. You only see them as fossils. Pretty sure. Unless I'm mixing that up with something. Come here every day to sell lunches. Yes, you said so. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? Yes, because we all know that hot dogs are not the same from one country to another. There's a stupid little hot dog necklace. See the security room over there. Glass-walled booth. Sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see them. Selling lunch is more important than romance. Ha, yes. The romance of convenience. Scientifically analyze the data available so far. You, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Not. Ha. Classic. You have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star. Sense some hostility. Hostility? Ah, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Ugh. What if Miss Star was involved in a... Yeah, probably. Now you're talking cough up queen. Yuck. Well, she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Okay. You know who this is? This card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. Oh no, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. Belongs to a detective. You're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? It's like showing fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Alright. Well, hell with you. I can't shift anymore, so... And of course, a silver samurai or whatever. Is that Edgeworth's coat? A big K on a surfboard as a trophy. The kind of room that screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. There's a trophy or something here. Oh, it's a shield, not a surfboard. Takes real nerve to display stuff like this, especially to just toss it casually on the couch. Whoever's office this is, he must be a real stuck-up jerk. Well, it's a high prosecutor. I would think it would be your office, but... Or your sister's office. Unless I'm misunderstanding who the high prosecutor is. Phoenix Wright. Never mind. It's, gonna be Edgeworth, isn't it? You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? A voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. Oh dear. Sister introduced us once, and I don't understand. He's the high prosecutor, but isn't Lana Sky a higher office than him? Or have I just completely misunderstood the hierarchy here? She's chief, but he's high? Is there higher than chief? If chief is higher than high? Oh, what brings you here? Warn you, been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It's just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're here to investigate a murder case. Murder? Body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. It'll be my car. What of it? Why do you look so smug? You should be concerned that a body was found in your car. What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can't scream. Not when I'm, voicing for her, though. Explain yourself. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead and say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After all you went through to help me last year, no less. We don't think you did it. It was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no. She didn't do that. I mean... Wait. You're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was quite a surprise for me, too. I think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. Okay, so there is no higher than chief. Can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Oh, there's always rumors about Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Well, that just seems like standard fare for prosecutors in this area. It's fucking ridiculous. His mentor was even more infamous for that. I assume my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. I think it's funny. Toys? A bronze shield? Gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. My first big case. Right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I know she's not the warmest person. I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Why do you have a knife? Why do you need a knife? Edgeworth, your knife was a murder weapon? To be specific, it was a knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. You do not seem like a man who works with your hands much, but this looks can be deceiving. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? You sure you didn't do it? Come on, can he take a joke? A strange case of sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Right. What? You sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Ah. We just said that right in front of him. I guess it doesn't matter. If she sighs any different, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you. Doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Now, Edgeworth is never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Well, well. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Mumbles of prosecutors. What's that? The King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? Great honor. I send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? That K? That's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. Why would it be a shield and not a crown? King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. And the Edgeworth King of Prosecutors at the PD on the day of the murder. Well, why is he so butthurt about it? That's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. Still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? His jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. Supposed to be his lucky trial jacket. No, I'm pretty sure he just wears what he always wears. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. Okay. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. My goodness, there's too many words in this game. Back from the dead, Wendy. Who the hell's Wendy? Heard that name somewhere before. I haven't. Decided a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Something written on the bottom of his foot. Oh, Wendy. Right, that Wendy. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Why is she suddenly a big fan of his? I don't see no drawers. Are we just, stealing his fancy teas? What? I was asking the same thing. Why are you just stealing shit? Try the blue pawn. What? If the pawn's the only thing left, then he already lost. That makes no sense. Ha! I see. It's like he knew we were coming. 3 seconds to fall 12 stories? I feel like that's short. I feel like it would be longer than that. They're all case files. Stacked up to the ceiling. Why do we keep picking Dick? I don't understand why we keep picturing Gumshoe. weird. I don't like her. Well, I don't think we have much else to do here. This basically says you were the best of the best last year. Take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. Lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? What is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? It's right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I got more important things to worry about. Don't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. I mean, he seems concerned about it. He seems to hate it. Finds it offensive. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Perhaps. You tell me more about yesterday, the day of the Moida. Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the should have taken a longer nap. The prosecutor's office. Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. You got a really goofy face in this one. That, like, duck lip. On another thing. Ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got this shield. At the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. 5:15 was a murder. So literally 3 minutes after you got here, somebody was stabbed in your trunk. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth prides ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. Well, good for you. No, I place little faith in my memory. All the evidence I trust is solid evidence. Okay. Well, thank you for that. There's a parking stop from the underground lot. Murder took place around 5:15. The murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who the hell is this man? This is the most cartoony dude in this entire game. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? Why is your hand all bandaged? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? Here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid is not on very tight, is it? Made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sorry, but sir. My god, this man's fucking weird looking. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. Wasn't aware of the particular... Okay. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. Good luck with that raise next month. They get monthly raises? He was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right? Yes, sir. Caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. Victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to finally calm down at least. Well, what a day. I don't care about you. Leave me alone. And that guy... Oh, it's that thing. What the hell is that thing? Why is it busted? Everyone's mascots are busted. I think the, that guy was more of a, like, Don Knotts kind of police officer. Someone left a big old hand smudge on it, too. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. Took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and the traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Fucking terrifying is what it is. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh yeah, I know. It's the blue badger. Oh yeah, it was a stupid mascot that guy was trying to make a thing. Sure know a lot about the police. But he does seem familiar somehow. We got the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. Here's running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? My line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well, she doesn't seem to be busy. This is her chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has already confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence is faked? Pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? The relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Oh, chief prosecutor's little sister. Please investigate this Please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way. You just yes, sir'd her. A 16-year-old fucking kid. I want to keep your voices down. You won't be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. I can imagine. What are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, nothing really. You kicked me out of criminal affairs. No! Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean this time? And what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. I never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting us rank and file detectives in at all. I mean, don't you have other cases to, like, work on in the criminal affairs department? Doesn't seem like they just focus on one case at a time. When he said kicked out, I thought he meant he got demoted or something. None of you. Well, this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Well, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Okay. I guess you really don't have any other cases to work on. Is there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Should I be presenting this? I mean, it's not going to penalize me if I do. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. People like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. I mean, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Ah, my mistake. Huh? Whoa! Now I remember. He's the victim. Okay, I was gonna say. It seemed pretty obvious that's who he would have been. It's like, it actually does throw me for a loop whenever the game interrupts a character and auto-scrolls a dialogue. Tell us more, Detective Gumshoe. Apparently not. So this ID card belonged to the victim. He's a detective. Jesus fucking Christ. He's a detective, just like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Was he a good man? Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be laying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. Was it an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago? Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. That's the thing, it's hard to say this, but word is that the chief prosecutor, Sky, called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed him with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Find the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Or Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? Definitely the weirdest thing in this case is, obviously we know that Lana Sky did not do it, so why is she absolutely taking the fall for it? Yeah, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. We got the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe. Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. Wondering, why is the award a shield? Why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers must be because of the rumors. Okay. So, irrelevant evidence. Don't get more dialogue out of him. Wondering about that. What? Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. It's horrifying. Made this, Detective Gumshoe. Chief threw together some designs. I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. No switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. That seems very inefficient. Or a Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Okay, apparently that's evidence. Can you explain why it's busted? Usual wanted posters. You know this face. If you do, dial 911. I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. Hardly even look human. There's a point. It's supposed to be a reference to something? Is that a joke I don't understand? Oh, where are you, Empress? Welcome. Oh, police and criminals. I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. Probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Ah. That guy's got a hell of a pompadour there. Love dancing until you drop. I'm doing okay. The game is going good, I think. I'm still undefeated, except that one time I lost. Okay. Undefeated with an asterisk, yes. You know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. I think they're designed after a panda. If they have scientific proof, it's just a theory. I mean, science is all about proving your theories. Mind me asking how you came up with that theory. It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. They'd just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? Ha! there aught else to do here? Oh, apparently there's more. In a tough spot again. Again. Bang. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there's always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Well, again, his actual mentor was even more notorious for that, so there's no surprise. It just seems like prosecutors are massively corrupt in this society. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. Practically shouting. There's no evidence against him. Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. Only natural that some people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say it's the only reason he took the case. Because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. That's all I know about that. Not officially on the case, you know. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? You met the guy who is. What's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. Appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? Oh, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West L.A. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Oh, West L.A.? So he, like, transferred here? So this definitely is supposed to be America. They're just very weird about it. This is just like an alternate universe America. Look, pal, let me try and make things a little easier for you. I know, but I disagree, because the legal system here is completely unlike America's. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Gumshoe's letter of introduction. How lovely. Wouldn't be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, pal, and nobody will look at you twice. Oh, we just walked in there, and people questioned us immediately, so... I know. But, like, I feel like they could have just pretended it was a fictional country instead, in the Western release. Rather than deal with all these incongruities. I think that's a word. Like the investigation is still ongoing. Well, to be getting back to the shop. Did it? Because they never said what country it's in. Looks disgusting. I don't mind it. I mean, maybe it would look better in pixel version because some of the character sprites are a little rough. Alright, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, who's he talking to? Still here? Oh, it was her talking. I assumed it was the marshal talking. Why is the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? Got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? Looking like a doggy that lost its herd. I fucking hate when he shaves. That's the grossest thing. Something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. Me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desperate's harsh judgment. I do not shave like that. I don't even shave. He's asleep. What a dumbass. Oh, should we show this hopeless case as something? What? Should we show this hopeless case something that catches interest? Something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. A cold grave for men. Oh, yes, you already said that. Okay, so we have to evidence him. You mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters go right in the spittoon. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe we investigate. Gumshoe, that old cow dog. Holding a birthday party or something. Look, we should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. God damn it, Gumshoe. I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, blues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers, strike out for the lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Oh, that's right. What do you say? Say I won't be needing this anymore. Goes right in the garbage. Crumpled and discarded. Wow, that's rude. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? No. Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could be a little more specific. Bruce Goodman, who's a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. I thought Miss Faye, or Faye? Lana Sky. Why did I say Faye? Oh, Fays are the other people. Oh, God. I'm struggling to keep up with all the characters. But she said she stabbed him in the stomach. Here's the autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay. My sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky, Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? Apparently worked together on a case a few years back. There's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. One reason why he didn't do much work for the chief prospector. I'm reading it the way it's supposed to be read, but not the way you're saying it. Well, my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Well, it's one of them fancy shoe detectives until 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Really, now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short in hands right now. Keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. It's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Old cow dog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Well, damn, they did him dirty. Oh, I'm gonna leave you for now. Like an old cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I love how I didn't notice it before. I thought there was just like random tape coming out of the trunk of the car. I just realized it's supposed to be a tape outline of where the body was. Even though it's suspended from the trunk. Can't think of anyone else it would belong to. What's scientific about that? Should we check it out? Oh, yeah. Again, like, even if the attorneys got to see the crime scene, they would not be able to handle the evidence like this until it's been fully, like, processed by the police. Oh, that was a thing back then. Like, they didn't know what kind of wacky technology we were going to have in 10 years. I know how this works. I'm familiar with your new mechanic now. Don't need you to scroll it for me. This is a bit weird. They specifically have to get it, like, in the middle of the screen when you want to examine something. I like the ones that had the slide-out keyboard. Those are my favorite. What a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Pink princess strap. Oh, boy. So she really is just meant to be Maya Fey, but with a different kind of nerdy thing. Maya was all about the spirit medium thing, and she's all about the science thing. How old is Maya supposed to be? I already forgot. Okay. Same age bracket. What? I went through that. I went by that like 100 times. Apparently it doesn't count if I'm upside down. No, it does. Just weird about the angle. Phone's still on the redial screen. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Well, I never had a phone that had that button. You have to go in the call menu and pull up the call history. Surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Okay. You can never know with people from your generation. Well, what says it? Can I move the thing around? No. No, it doesn't. I didn't mean that. Can you? I was struggling. Let me autoplay, no. How do you move the cursor? I don't see a means to do. What do you mean with the mouse? I'm moving the mouse. I'm clicking. No, I did it again. Fuck. Which mouse button does it? No, left clicking rotates it. That's what I've been doing. Middle mouse? No. What the heck? No! I just had it. Note to self. Defense turn doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. What? What was there to think about there? Whose song is this? I recognize the song. Oh, Seal Samurai. Okay. Hey, what's going on over there? So he called you? I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? It belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. My sister's? Apparently dropped her when she was taken into custody right after the crime. But the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Oh, I thought that was the ringtone we heard, was somebody in the vicinity's phone. I got a question for you, partner. Heard a phone ring just now. One of them newfangled ringtones. Oh, so it was. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but somebody called me right as we picked up the other phone, the wrong number. You're not putting one and two to get one and one together to make two here, are you, Phoenix? Hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. So she called Mr. Phoenix, but apparently he never answered. And never noticed he had a missed call. How curious. What would happen if I did that again? Also, I do gotta figure out how you can actually move things around. This ain't the deal. And that zooms. There is no button that does it. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. I give up. Well, I don't feel like plugging my controller just to play this. It works well enough. I don't know why the controls don't say how to just move the object around, though. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. 675-12-2. You're right. Let's see. 7S. 6-7. This is where the meme comes from. The name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Why? Oh, this is a weird... I just noticed what a weird-ass parking garage this is. It stacks them up like they're in a warehouse or something. Appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime scene took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Ashworth has to be real pissed that he can't get his car back for a while. So, they actually have car parks like this? That's whack. I think it's definitely economical with space. Way better than our parking infrastructure in the United States. B block. It's gotta be a nightmare if that whole machine breaks down, though, and you can't get your car back. Yeesh. You just have to rotate through the whole thing. And eventually get your car out, I guess. Hey. Anything else to see here? Oh. Rope, is it? Yes, I laid it in the outline of the victim's body. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. No, we know that they were stabbed. It is a thing that we know. Where's evidence number 2? They only got 1 and 3 placards. I'm just gonna look at this again. Will he catch on if I press the redial button again and it rings his phone again? So wait, why does he have the Steel Samurai ringtone? Now that I think about it. What? Oh, what do we do now? There's no connection between Detective Goodwin and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. Prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. Afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about. Probably. Sounds like it. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten into me. Something must have gotten to me. There's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence in the ranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. You follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, other people load them with deals. Saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? There's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. I've never heard anyone say that in my life. A big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Oh, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? Guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. Do you think we'll be okay? The only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. By the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. Wait, I thought you said that was his phone. Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? Especially how much, oh, he was being cheeky. Yo, that man's beard apparently grows so fast he needs to shave it every 30 seconds. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. 5:18, just after the murder took place. Sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Well, dang. Detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Maybe I still don't know everything that went down here. Seems that way, don't it, Nick? So we're going to trial, I assume. And I will be right back. Hi. Well, get down to business, I guess. How'd the investigation go, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Nope. Good job getting her moral spirit up. Don't worry about me, no matter the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Defense attorneys should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe there's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. There's a very weird dynamic between attorney and client here. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Oh god, no. I have to discover the truth for myself. Imagine if Mia Fae ended up possessing her instead. That would be terrifying. Be with you the whole way. Hooray. Sure, that will help tremendously. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Well, thanks. Edgeworth. Been 2 months, but I haven't been in courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Heaven forbid. I'll choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Miss Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Well, that's up to the President or the Governor to pardon, isn't it? Not up to the prosecutor. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor... Jesus Christ. Prosecutor's office lot. Much more forceful in person. You saw him in person. Suddenly feel like confessing everything. Well, don't confess to putting your hand in the cookie jar or anything. However, she will not pay for her rashness with her life. Wow! You do not get to pass the sentence. I was a witness to her crime. Professional witness. A professional witness sounds like somebody you cannot trust. Well, then call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. Cough up, Queen. Oh, here we go. Haven't I seen you somewhere? What is that, caviar? The caviar lunch? Oh, caviar. Never eaten caviar before. What? You can't have lunch just in the middle. Not even in the middle. The trial just started. What a dick. Fiesta bowl? What the hell is that? It just looks like it's got sprinkles on it. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir. Will you order the fingerprint lunchbox? What? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. At least he's keeping himself together. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? That's why I have one raised with that caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. Pickled tapioca. I always figured it just tastes like briny garbage. What the hell does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. Find myself running lunch lane these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Party in a bowl? I called that out earlier, too. It is very funny. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Judge gets less professional in every case that goes by. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Uh-huh. What exactly does that mean? Well, 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. The first-rate homicide detective. Really? Star was a detective. Aha! I know who you are. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. God, Cough Up Queen is just such a disgusting name. If I might have the court's attention over here. And up here. The parking lot and the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. Chain divider separates the 2 blocks. Suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? Crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. Killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. Fortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. Who was this valued witness? 'Twas I, Your Honor. Cool. You see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. What? How did you apprehend him? Her. You are not a police. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? Can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Damn, she is fierce. You can, then give him your worst, Mrs. Starr. Are you talking about me? Judge, you are supposed to be impartial here. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I said something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Thank you for the puns, sir, Your Honor. How does it feel to be so utterly crushed? Still thinking about that. Merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Here we go. I didn't see anything that jumped out as sketchy in that. What do you mean by that? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. But their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Alonso's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off. He was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. I said I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I mean, that definitely seems very biased, in my own opinion. His boyfriend, he's a detective. Not that boyfriend, a security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Yet another boyfriend position is still open. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. That's how the judge had to think before replying. Security guard room is in the lot 8 and A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Be the room with a security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? I'm a visitor now. I parked in B block. So she's in B block when she witnessed a crime. I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. You sensed something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder. Felt like... how would you say? Oh, yes. Like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds, huh? I have no idea what that means. Me neither, a judge. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese. Pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. That must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. No, the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. With the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. The person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant. Saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Just do what we can. If we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Thump. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. Fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Whoa. Oh, I hadn't even noticed because I only see her left eye half the time. That was inspiring. I believe I heard that tagline somewhere else. Could you cry plagiarism? Oh, yeah. I didn't even catch on to the fact that when she does her hair flip, it covers the other eye. So that's why her right eye is the more intense-looking one. I just assumed it was because her like eyebrow shape changed and everything. The more piercing gaze. I may be relegated to the lowly position of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. What? That's really weird. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. This is most certainly the defendant. I mean, in this case, it's just getting more damning by the fucking second here. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying. I'd say his blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Miss Edgeworth? It was your knife after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. Sure is easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Can't just testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. The defendant was holding a knife. What then? And she thrust a pointy tip into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. I mean, I don't think it's a duty of any random passerby to try and stop a murder in progress. It's your duty to call the police, but not try and get involved. Fortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late. Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. Scientifically speaking, Miss Sar's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Okay, well, we're kind of... I don't see any holes in this testimony. Doesn't look like her hand was injured here. Her wearing gloves would explain why there are no fingerprints on the knife. I don't even know where to probe on this one. It's unusual in all the other cases. Usually I'm aware of, like, where there's something shaky, but I just don't know how to pursue that. This one, I don't even have a clue what the testimony, where the weak part of the testimony is. I don't know if it means anything, but I noticed that what looks like a date here is backwards from the date on here. But I don't know how that's significant. Geez. Well, geez. I always forget to actually check this. Oh, I didn't even notice I could examine this. Now it's probably not the time, but what else am I gonna do? Names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Well, that's kind of like devaluing the achievement of the current owner. You guys listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Oh, jeez. Go to the jail then. You'll find him there. Nothing else to look at. any reason to check this. Eddie, hello. Why'd you go right over the keyboard? Oh wait, there's more to that. It's actually a pretty horrible parking lot. If there's a car parked here and here, they would really struggle getting out of there. Whatever car is parked here in particular. Like, I can't see how a car making that maneuver. Nothing to interact with here. Why are we not seeing the body in this photo, I wonder? Was the detective, like, in the trunk already for some reason? She had, like, busted it open? When did she present the photo? I forgot which one of these. I am actually completely befuddled here. I don't see a damn thing to, like, contest. I'm curious why the security guard didn't see anything. I don't know what to do. When did she say she got there? She didn't. She did not say. She might have said it earlier, but it's not in this testimony. I'm gonna say that this is confusing because I don't know. The photo is clearly from after it. Stay here. I'm so confused. There's like nothing shaky about this. I don't know, I'm just gonna start doing brute forcing this, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Hello? Not what I'm asking for. Objection! And you witnessed this. Saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife. Apparently I nailed it. They've already said yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl. Well, where's the salmon? I just see the swirl. Sure, that is a fine lunch. Okay, again, it was one of those, like, circumstances where, like, I knew I was on the right track. I didn't know which part of the testimony to, like, bring up that evidence. Isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. It's the photograph he took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? I like how the, like, oh, you're doing good music played for like 3 seconds. Objection. What? You didn't object? That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. It is still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. Taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? The dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat. It's a black and white photograph. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Oh, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. That's right, you're gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? Arg. You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? Run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. I don't understand the metaphor there. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. Killed without pain or remorse. It's a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? The chief prosecutor's hand's in that photograph. Well, those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It was not premeditated. She would not be wearing those gloves. Warg. Those do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. So... this has to be the part that we question now. Whoops. If it was premeditated, then why didn't she not have a weapon with her? How did she know this was in there? Objection! Witness, do you know what this is? You're trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. It's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? Okay, I'm not reading these because they're scrolling on their own. Okay, they weren't scrolling on their own. I thought they were. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. That's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ah! Order, order, order. Right, now the tide is turning in our favor. Right? I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Damn. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ah, the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution need to prove. Nothing else. Not necessarily. It really depends on which crime you're charging her with, because murder and premeditated murder are two different charges. I feel like there may be some cases where, like, the jury can convict for the lesser crime, but you have to pick which one. Generally, I think the prosecution has to pick which one they're charging. If they go for the premeditated murder charge, then they have to prove it was premeditated. Otherwise, the whole conviction is out. But I guess in his case, if he's just saying, we're just trying to prove that the murder happened, then it's really just a witness who's saying it's premeditated. And the prosecution doesn't really care one way or the other. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. It wasn't. Okay. I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? Powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Okay, so she's becoming a hostile witness. The prosecution maybe should have accounted for this. Really now. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way out to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Well, she didn't! It was one stab wound, you dumb shit. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like premeditation, doesn't it? If I ordered a pizza, that means I'm planning to kill the delivery boy. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Alright, well, this one's easy. I'll go through the whole pressing rigmarole anyway, just to be sure. Well, you ordered a pizza, you don't care about the stabbing, you're just trying to mug the pizza guy. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. So I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Alright, well, you said not to interrupt her again. Once in a blue moon, this game does punish you for pushing witnesses too much. But it's inconsistent about it. Try not to confuse the defense witness, they're not very quick on their feet. Why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Actions speak for themselves. Alright, well, I'm just going straight to the end. Because I already know what she's about. One knife wound. say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my Moss Surprise. I'm afraid the Moss Surprise is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? Shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to... breathe. Death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Why's he getting the credit? What about my objection? No one noticed? Exactly. You got the crime scene set, right? You just got a lunchbox for everything. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Spattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. That's bullshit. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Oh, well, I don't want to do that. I'm no achievement hunter. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Muffler? Was that, like a scarf? What do you know about candles, Mr. Wright? What is a muffler? Yeah, it's a scarf. She's not wearing a scarf. What do you want about? Do I press that? I'm gonna save. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. Objection. Witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Why is he, like, antagonizing her so much? What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. You proved it yourself with this photograph. That can't be. Only a professional lunch ladies could be so utterly clueless. Alright, so obviously Edgeworth is kinda batting for both teams here. Because he does want to exonerate his superior. But, so he's helping us poke holes in his professional witness. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, what good? In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? Or was there a scarf? No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. Very well, witness, continue your testimony. Saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. I am curious how she apprehended her. Very well, I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? A part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony just might be the moment of truth. One way or another. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Oh, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Sure. I feel like just drop that. You're better off just dropping that than trying to twist your testimony in circles and pretzels, trying to, you know, validate that one thing. Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. How did you get over there if you're on the other side of the fence, is how I'm going to question this. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? Strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Those are both snakes. To me, Angel Star. Wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. We're on the same page here. Don't bother with me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I think most people are. Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Oh, I will. Attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Notice, go away. What is this partition on the floor plans? Sure, she means this wall next to the car. That's right. This wall there, about 6 feet high. She's obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said. It's only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Alright, so obviously this is what we're going to press, because there's a fucking fence in the way. Yeah, I should press her for more details. Let's do it. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Lunch lane car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in the block. They witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet away from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. There was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed. They've taken her time, a little time to climb over the fence. I thought the fence was, like, full size, like up to the ceiling. They couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. That fence, okay, it wasn't quite to the ceiling. The fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Sky not get away? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? I remember exactly. I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Well, she probably meant the car muffler. Just that one word. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Phone? Can't mean... Phone? You mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. Chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car. There's an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. So she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Should, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Wait, what? Oh, I thought that was just going to repeat it. I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, he climbed over the chain link fence. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, Chief Prosecutor hung up her phone. You saw her doing this. Was it, Mr. Wright? Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Hold it!
Made to escape. Can you be more specific? Brushed aside my hand and ran. It's a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Even kicked over an oil drum at me. Well, the oil drums were on the other side of the partition, not on the phone side. Oil drum. There was an oil drum lying on the sign at the scene of the crime. But strange. What's that? She wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way? Parking lot entrance. That's right. Doesn't make any sense that she'd run from behind the partition to the oil drums. More mysteries. Wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. This guy tried to run. Sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. She didn't do it. You have to believe me. Well, we're working on it. So, how could you have seen it? Because she was behind the partition. The partition. You couldn't have seen her use the phone.
Objection!
Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
Witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. That is not something you can just say as a matter of fact. Well, who would have thought you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, it's a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Ugh. Ahem, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed from the crime from this point. However, if that's true, couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. She always launches her lunchboxes every time she, like, recoils, even though she wasn't holding them. What is the meaning of this? Simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
Objection!
It's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. So the counter attack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Oh boy. Witness lied about what she saw. Right? I mean, that's the most logical one. Whatever, I got enough hit points to lose here. She definitely did lie about what she saw. We know she didn't see that part. Lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. Does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? That's right. Hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. Why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Well, she also lied about the muffler, for goodness sake. Darn, she's right. Maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. See no room for doubt here. Or the patooey on rice. Mr. Wright, I thought you had something here. Shit. One more try. I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? I like when, like, in these moments, your failure, like, it doesn't lose. But it has its own like, unique dialogue. What lie this witness has told the court? It has to be the order of events, then. She didn't lie about where she saw it. They were definitely in the parking lot. There were no really other places to be. Lied about the order of events. Sky used that emergency phone before the murder. I see. Hadn't thought of that. I took the wind out of her sails. Why do I feel like that was still wrong? I'm so confused. Last chance, please. The orange peel lunchbox, right? Well, process of elimination here. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it'd be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star had witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection!
Different location? That's a pointless lie if ever I heard one. Well, apparently the other ones were more pointless.
Objection!
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed this crime was here. She was in the security room. Surely she was with her boyfriend. That would make sense.
Take that!
The only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot is well positioned. Oh, I said that wrong. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. And you can see over the partition. You would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. A witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, now suddenly that all makes sense, and I feel like an idiot for not picking up on that. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Well, first time for everything. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. Wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Well, now I have to ask how she got this photo. Who still stands? Still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? A witness is found to be lying. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? That's right. Let's review what we know. Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? The photo. Angle of view to the crime. Or the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor. And, she would have... No, I'm fucking this up, aren't I? It is. I am right. It disagrees with the photograph. That was key to her evidence. This is important. Why? No, I want to present something else. I'm definitely right about that. Just Phoenix is an idiot. Witnessed a crime from the security guard station. She lied and she saw it from B block. Difference in lighting. I don't see why that would matter. Distance to the crime. Again, I don't see why that would matter. The reason it matters is because the photo that she presented was taken from the other angle. So, none of this makes sense. I'm saving. I'm about to lose. I guess I won't lose at this point. Unless there's another chance to lose hit points after this. Change the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright. We'll look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. Distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Again, it's the angle that matters! She saw everything from the opposite side.
Objection!
It changes a lot of things. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Okay, I guess that does matter. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime scene from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You? Yes. Or the squid wheels, right? What? Quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Wasn't in the station, so I waited. Witnessed a crime from the glass-walled station. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. The door was locked. I couldn't open it. What? That takes way too long. I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. Quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. Was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him? I know it. I have photographic evidence. Okay, so that's why the angle of the photo wasn't a discrepancy like I thought it was. I swear it. I swear it in my finest plastic spork. Okay, that is not a solid like object to swear on. My God, Judge, you're buttering him up. Have to do something. Have any evidence to stop this? Do I? I mean, it's just why would she have waited so long? 5 minutes. The stabbing happened at 5:15. This was only 3 minutes later. So, yes, I do.
Objection!
5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. Could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I got lunches that tie that pasta in the knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? You're a criminal. What would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey. Don't get the... Okay, settle down. We have the instincts of a killer. You would run. This time it was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. It was too close. Closer than I thought it should be. I was barking up the wrong trees. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned. Hooray, I live. Uh-oh. Get your squid rings out of here. Once you tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense's team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Another one of our trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Oh, a triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. God damn it, I was ready to wrap this up. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. The Lunchland motto says you won't be disappointed. Really, it should be a massive discredit to the witness that they produce this evidence only when they're like, completely at the end of the rope. Decisive evidence. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, for the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you didn't. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. How do you know this? You weren't that part of the investigation or the forensics. One was, of course, the victim's. The other blood matched the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There's blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchline for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection!
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. So I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed. Didn't I mention? I had 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the two rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. What about all the evidence I bring in? In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can be produced. Jesus Christ. I'm so tired. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. All right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. But at least study some evidence law, really. Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Go through the motions. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? Yes, you could say I wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do you have to say this? Saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. And why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect's admitting she did it. A false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Worse than rape and murder, apparently. Let's just get this over with. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you didn't. You found the shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. Wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid somebody would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. To use the fashionable basket I have here. Carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. Well, you got a bloody shoe sitting with all the lunches you prepared for people. That seems unsanitary, at least. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. You brought it up to the forensics department. Going to submit something as evidence in court, you needed it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with this little coup because she used to be a detective. Shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. The man was stabbed, after all. That blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood. The other blood matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Can't say for sure that blood belonged to the defendant without a blood test. Claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. Just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of with all blood tests out there. It means that we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood to just one person. Or so I hear. Well, that's DNA test. That's not just blood test. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test results. I said there's very little doubt there could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. My God. Ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that.
Hold it!
Peppered fish guts. No, I did not. Those don't even look peppered. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. So I've heard. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? Problem? It's critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Was she actually wearing that shoe? Let's check the photomograph. No, yeah, she wasn't. She was wearing black shoes. Haha! Oh, yo! I'm not imagining things. Say there is one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. A gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'll give you a peppered fish guts now, but you couldn't take the heat, you know. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? What's the problem with the evidence? It's just the whole dang shoe. The shoe is the wrong.
Take that!
Problem with this evidence is here. Where? What? No! I'm right! You can't dock me, I'm right! I'm right! Oh, victim shoe. Shit, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I thought it was her shoe. I'm just stupid. Why is there blood on the bottom of it? Shit. I fucked up. I fucked up big. But why would he have stepped in his own blood? He was found in the car with his head hanging out. I don't understand why he was found like that. Alright, well, can I get to that again? I gotta save now, because I'm definitely gonna die next time I fuck this up. I'm so stupid. I cannot believe I got railroaded by misunderstanding this. If I press this again, what happens? Just do the same thing. I'm just gonna try the bottom of the shoe.
Take that!
Probably not. I wonder if you noticed. Okay, so I am right. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. There'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Well, that's a threat. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? Well, the judge doesn't ever seem to, like, hold the witnesses accountable. So... I don't see any blood here on the floor. What is peculiar about that? I guess I'll just go with that. I don't see what else I can push. Just that there's no blood on the ground.
Take that!
Problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. And isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? There's no blood on the ground at all, from what I remember. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about the shoe. I mean, that's just like general evidence. This photograph isn't specifically what would show that, because it only catches a small part of the ground.
Objection!
Picture only... Yeah, there we go. Could have been bloody footprints. Yeah, but there's none in the report or any of the crime scene investigations. And where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene of the crime and found nothing of the sort. What, huh? Where you going, Mr. Wright? But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. Then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. It's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Well, stop giving the judge more reason to doubt us, Emma. You're way worse than Maya was. I don't know why it's not there. It's good at finding contradictions. Who's holding it? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. She slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. Knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Yes, yes. Thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool chief-headed chief to do. Chief-headed chief? Cool-headed chief. What did I say? Whatever, who cares? No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha. You don't mean. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. I guess to wash away the blood. Erase the blood stains that have become evidence against her. Warg! That ties things up quite nicely. Well, it's not proof. None of this is proof. It is like less than circumstantial. Blood stains on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly into this murder. And after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Well, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? That's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Whenever he says things in parentheses, I thought that's his internal dialogue. But Emma's reacting to it like he's saying it out loud. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and tried to conceal it. Enough. No need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. Angel Star is on the prosecution side. Could have been lying about the water. Court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Pregnant clause. Hold it. Little girl. What did you just say? Huh? Me? You just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side. Well, yeah, you are. Saying my sister hid the evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well. Oh, we hit her where it hurts. Hit her in her pride. Thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. Lunchbox called evidence. Please, let me go. I want to make dinner. Don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. You don't get to say that, it's a judge's call. First, don't scare the cough up, queen. Look at this. Oh, shit. Photograph. Had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe did not belong to the victim. See no room for error in this evidence? That's right, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. It's clearly wet. Facing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Yes, I couldn't help after all. Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. It seems it's what your sister wanted anyway. Well, what the hell? Why is that? Sorry, Mia. Right, what or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Give up, not until the bitter end. This end is quite bitter. Last piece of evidence. Very well, this is time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand out my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Again, they're already breaking their own rule that evidence needs to be validated by the police first, because she just introduced this out of nowhere. Which is what Phoenix does, because if he ran any of his evidence by police, they'd confiscate it. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. Oh, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. The muffler. Oh, there's something clearly in the muffler. Is that what we go with? What's over his waist? Looks like he's wearing a blanket. Oh boy, do I go for the muff? Oh, that's his coat? Okay. Just looked like he was wearing an apron or something. It has to be this. That's the muffler.
Take that!
Problem in this photograph is here. What's this? Something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. Muffler is also a part on the car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. See, and I see. It's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What do you mean? Either of those things. I mean, I've heard of Like, I know the muffler on a car is the thing that makes, like, your exhaust quieter. It reduces the noise, because otherwise you just hear, like, brrr, like way more. But scarf, I've heard the term muffler refer to a garment before. I just couldn't remember what it was. I guess because it muffles the cold.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you have already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. It's your own testimony. You insisted the muffler was important.
Take that!
Miss Starr, recall your testimony from the court. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Arg! Yarg. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, it means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. The sound effects make it sound like everyone's getting stabbed every time I, like, strike back. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? Suppose so. That was close. Closer than it usually is with me. We made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Only 30 minutes? Lunchtime, after all. You had your lunch. You had double caviars. That means we only have 30 minutes to go see what the cloth is about. To go muff diving. Alright, well, that will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is going to be a morning one, because I do have afternoon plans. So, yeah. But, be grateful you're getting 2 this week. Don't talk, I want to leave. So, I'm out of here. We'll be back tomorrow morning, probably around the 9 o'clock slot. And maybe we'll get through this whole thing. I assume there's going to be a 3rd day, and at this pace, I'm not likely doing that quickly. But, until tomorrow, have yourselves a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and farewell.